Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at a sort of a new EDC gun belt on the scene. It breaks a bunch of rules that we've all come to know as far as what gun belts and EDC belts should be. So let's take a look at it, and that is the Groove Life EDC gun belt. So just to do some housekeeping here, oftentimes I'm reviewing things that a company has sent to me, things like that. I have bought this, purchased this with my own money. I've never been sponsored by a belt company. I'm certainly not sponsored by Groove Life. So just like always, this will be an honest and upfront review based on my experiences with this belt. So let's first talk about the belt itself, the makeup of it, and what they say the features and what they say the advantages to this belt is. So let's start at the very front. In the very front, you have a very sleek aluminum buckle. I would like to say first that this is a very nice looking belt. It's very sleek, it's very professional looking. I think anybody could wear this as far as looks go for any reason whatsoever. As far as looks go, you could wear this in an office, you could wear this at the range, and of course wear it for every day. Again, based on looks. So in the front we have an aluminum buckle that is held together by a neodymium magnet and two aluminum hooks right here. You can see the hook holes right there and the magnet in the middle right there, and all it does is go together and hooks together. Very easy to take on and off. That is very nice thing about this belt, is that how easy it is to take on and off. Now moving around to the body of the belt, the actual strap of the belt, it's an extremely thin belt, as you can see. It's made of some sort of a nylon. I really couldn't find on the website exactly what the material was, but it feels like a type of nylon that has stretch to it. Yes, I said stretch. So it has about 1.5 inches, I guess, of stretch. Probably not quite 2 inches. Between 1 inch and 1.5 inches of stretch to it, as you can see here. Moving around to the other side where the adjustment would be, you can see it has a tail keeper here. Here is the tail of the belt, and the belt is at the tail of the belt, or the excess of the belt, is actually on the inside. So that gives it a very clean look, and it is adjusted by just sliding the belt through here and pulling the excess, or pulling the tab through. Now the benefits, Groove Life claims that the benefits of this belt is, of course, the ease in which the buckle comes on and off. I wore this for 3 weeks or so every day, including for work. I've tried to carry with it. And spoiler, when I say I tried to carry with it, that should tell you where this review may be going. But I wore this every day for 3 weeks, tried to carry with it. They say that this is one of the benefits of it, is how easy it is to buckle, and I would agree that it is very easy to buckle. But then they go into the stretch material here of the body of the buckle and say that you have, once you set the belt, once you put it on and slide it to your size, that you don't have to touch it again. When you take your pistol off, the belt will then shrink down because it's elastic and hug to your body. And of course, when you throw your gun in, it will stretch and give enough room for the belt. Now that is the claim of this belt. I don't find that to be at all accurate. So this is priced at about the same, or maybe just a few bucks more than my favorite EDC gun belt, which is the Core Essentials belt. I've been wearing Core Essentials for a long time, 3 years or something, and these are absolutely my favorite belts. So let's take a look at what's widely accepted to be a very good EDC gun belt and compare it to the benefits or drawbacks of the Groove Life belt. Now first we're going to go into the ease of putting it on. This obviously has a very easy way of fastening. It has the magnet in it, it has the 2 hooks, aluminum buckle, which by the way, with the magnet they say if you have certain medical conditions that you shouldn't wear these. So that's a rough one. When you have to do, if you have medical conditions, don't use our product. That's a rough one to get past. But very easy to do, very easy to clasp and things like that. Going to something like the Core Essentials, it just goes together and ratchets into place. While there is a little extra, I guess, to this, I don't see that this is significantly harder to take on or off, or to buckle or unbuckle than this is. Now, as far as the belts that you have to tighten up, take the pin out of, and then let the belt loose, yes, that's easier, but then again, so is this. Let's go to structure of the belt. Structure of the belt, the stiffness of the belt, which we all know is pretty much a necessity when it comes to gun belts and EDC belts. It's got to be able to hold your gun up without it flopping around. So let's check that out. We're going to go with something easy. I could go with something very heavy like this Works holster with the fully loaded G19 and spare mag, but I'm going to take it easy and just go with the 19X in this Let's Go Brandon We the People holster. By the way, you'll see this in something coming up. Put that on. It is sort of loose in the hook, in the foamy clip, and okay, so it automatically, we saw that coming. It just flops right over. And compare that to something like Core Essentials. It even sounds like it clips on better. Still some room in there. These are big foamy clips, but as you can see, this is plenty stiff. Now I'd like to add, for outside the waistband carriers, people who wear maybe a tight tight fitting, hugging the body type outside the waistband Kydex holster and wear shirts or jackets over top of it. I did try that with this belt, and every time my gun hit anything, it would flop. It would pull and flop away from the body. Yeah, that's no bueno. This holds it in the Core, and many like this. It doesn't have to be Core. Next belt's a good belt. There's other leather Hanks and things like that. But this isn't a commercial for Core Essentials. It just happens to be the belt that I have on hand and my favorite EDC belt. But yeah, that's no bueno. The flopping out. Especially when you're carrying something like this. If you're carrying something smaller, like a SIG P365, 365XL, G43, 43X, something like that. If you happen to be wearing that on the outside the waistband holster, it may be a bit better, but I didn't try it with any guns that size, just what I normally carry with. Now, going to other structure, does it have the vertical structure that we all know and have come to love for gun belts? Meaning the structure to the vertical structure this way. Does it bend? And this absolutely bends right in half. Whereas I can drive a car over this and it probably will not bend. Now, I don't particularly like making negative reviews. And if I thought that this belt had a problem that wasn't the way it was supposed to be made, like if there was a defect with this belt, I would get a hold of Groove Life and say, hey, there's something wrong with this belt. It's not functioning correctly. You know, it may be the magnet, maybe, you know, whatever, but it's not functioning as designed for your belt, and that's just not the case with this. This is how it was made. This is how a bunch of big YouTubers are pushing it, and this is how it was intended to be. And honestly, outside of like a cubicle zombie, somebody that maybe just wears dress clothes, again, this is a very nice looking belt. Somebody that wears dress clothes all day, sits at a desk, and maybe a stiffer belt digs a little on them, this may be something for them. Outside of that, I cannot find a single redeeming quality about this belt for an EDC gun belt. And that's important because it's not just a belt. It's advertised as an EDC belt, which we all know also needs to be a good gun belt. I can't find a single redeeming quality about this belt as an EDC gun belt. When I would wear it with a gun, I would need to loosen it up, and then I would take my gun off and the belt was too loose. If I took the gun off and I would adjust this, which is not nearly as easy to adjust as something like this core where you just push the button, right? You just do that. You actually have to kind of fight this through the buckle and pull it back through. When I would wear this tight enough to actually hold my pants up, or at work, it wouldn't even hold my pants with a tape measure on my pocket. When I would adjust this tight enough to actually hold my pants up and be tight enough to my body, when I would put a gun in, specifically this, it was excruciatingly tight. And I understand that different people wear their belts differently when carrying. Some people wear looser, some people wear tighter, blah, 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 different body types. I get it. I get it. This belt may absolutely be for you. But for me, my experiences with it is I still needed to adjust it. If I had it comfortable with a gun on and I took the gun off, my pants would almost fall off. And I would oftentimes have this buckle flip up above my jeans, above my button in the front of my pants. Like it would flip up in there and it would rotate around and things like that. So again, I can't find a single redeeming quality about this belt for an EDC gun belt. For a dress belt, for the right person, I'm sure it's fine, but I cannot at all, in any way, shape, or form, recommend this belt for anybody that is serious about carrying, that is serious about their everyday carry, their EDC, and things like that. I just can't. I'm sorry for those of you who out there who love this belt, but based on my experiences with it, it's an absolute waste of money. Is it trash? I haven't had it fall apart. Again, for a dress belt is probably fine, but for an EDC gun belt, absolutely no bueno. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Again, I don't particularly like making negative reviews, but sometimes you have to for the good of people out there that are getting into this stuff and you know, maybe looking at that product to buy. It is what it is. Sometimes you just get a lemon. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is just to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell, that little bell down there. You know the bell I'm talking about. Hit all notifications, select all notifications, that way you can get more videos from me in the future. I will have a subscribe star set up very soon. I'm getting out of Patreon. Patreon and I are not seeing eye to eye at all. So I'm moving to Subscribe Star, so look out for that in the future. Other ways to support the channel are affiliate links. You can find an affiliate link down below that'll take you to my website, and there's a list of affiliates there that you can buy through using those codes or using those links. Gives me a small percentage depending on the company, but doesn't cost you anything extra. And I appreciate the support. Thank you everybody out there for watching. We'll talk to you later.